What's happening with the world? It's your man Mac West, Mr. Fly himself. I got
your favorite ladybug, Miss Treese, right here, fresh off the Inspired Life, joining y'all.
You feel me?
And it's your boy Sid coming over here from With That Being Said podcast as well, kicking in here.
Man, can we first acknowledge the level up, y'all?
Hey.
Like, what we not gonna do is act like we're not growing, blossoming, and blooming. Y'all see us? Drop something in the comments. Let us know that we are loved and appreciated. Let us know that you support the mission and the vision. We are here. We the social mechanics.
Social mechanics.
We have name upgrades, office upgrades, technological upgrades. Shout out to the team. We got our co-executive producer and director in the background. It's going up, y'all. How y'all feel? Y'all excited about where we're going with this?
Man, it's a lot to look forward to. A lot to look forward to. We heard everybody and what y'all was saying and to improve the show. And we took what y'all said and applied it to the show. And we can't wait, you feel me, for the product, the finished product.
And for that, we like to thank you. So tell your friends, tell your family. We are here. The Social Mechanics is what it is. And all you have to do is shut up and listen and tune in. And we got you. Sid, you excited about these?
I'm so excited. I am. I'm looking forward to it. Like you said, the feedback was amazing. And you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, we appreciate the criticism and the constructive criticism. And we're going to apply it, you know, and that's what it's here.
I'm going to let it be what it's going to be. Exactly. We're going to get down to business, y'all. And with that, let's kick this thing off because there's been so much going on in life and in the world in general. What's the word on the street, Mac? Take us in. What's the word on the street?
So many things to choose from, but you know the main things. To shout out to everybody in California that was dealing with the fires, you know, and had to that lost everything, and then had to go through that struggle and things like that. My hearts and prayers is with you and all the families, you know, from our team to yours. You feel what I'm saying? Most definitely. So that's the first thing I wanted to say for as me and give my condolences to everybody out there that lost something and that that's fighting right now to get back to normalcy or whatever that looks like. You know, so
and it shook the whole world. I'm not gonna say too much. I know that we're just touch and go on this, but I thank you for bringing that piece of new news to the forefront. I feel like the whole nation in particular was paying attention, and I mean, like, I watch news from everywhere, judge somebody who cares. But in New York, Atlanta, DC, like, they were talking about these California fires, and it plays a lot into economics and all kinds of stuff. Shout out to the people of Altadena, the city that's largely BIPOC, has a large population of Black people who are working class people who lost their homes. We go in depth about it on the Inspired Life newsletter, but Google it. Check it out for yourself. A lot of the people who lost things in the fire are working class, everyday people like you and I. So it is completely false that it was a bunch of ballers and rich people who lost their houses and they'll be okay. And even rich people got problems too. Shout out to the people that don't want to be broke. Y'all will catch on to that later. But yeah, what's your take on that, Sid? You got a 30-second take on that?
Well, like I said, it affects the people who lost their houses and lost their homes, but it trickles down. So, of course, the supplies and the stores and people, if you maybe were able to maintain your home, you still kind of are short on groceries. I had a friend whose kid has asthma and they had to vacate to Las Vegas. So, you know what I'm saying, all these type of things have a broader effect than even what you see on the news and what we report about. So, like you said, shout out to everybody who's going through that.
Yeah, shout out to everybody in the midst of fighting the fires, dealing with the fires, or the people who are the survivors. And unfortunately, the victims, there was over 25 confirmed deceased. There was about 23 to 25 confirmed missing, and then thousands and thousands of developments, houses, commercial buildings that have been destroyed. I mean, when you look at the fire that happened in Paradise, this was years ago, and only about 3,500 out of 18,000 structures have been rebuilt. So this ain't light.
Right.
This ain't light. What's next on the block? What you got for
us?
I
mean, you got California burning over here. You got snow in Florida, in New Orleans.
I thought it did snow in New Orleans.
And we was talking we had a conversation with Mac a few years ago. Me and Patrice was like, it ain't nothing gonna happen.
And guess what?
And it happened.
I
stand corrected. My apologies, Mac. You know what I'm saying? My apologies.
Yeah, Atlanta had us looking like chocolate icicles out there, huh? Big facts. I know I was working at the airport and everything like that.
Right. And the airport was crazy.
So, just a quick rundown. When I'm telling you nobody came to work, Nobody came to work, and if you did come to work, shout out to everybody that did come to work. You know what I'm saying? Everything like that. I was one of a few that came that day. You know, because you know, we still gotta eat. You know what I'm saying? Still gotta get paid and everything like that. But the whole state said, you know, went on shutdown. They said that, you know, it's an emergency situation. Nobody drive. Nobody go outside. Home and shelter in place and things like that. But me being an essential worker, you know what I'm saying, as a security guard in the Atlanta airport, they essentially forgot about us, man.
Right.
Like I have to tell you that as a worker that's had to work in it, y'all forgot about us, and that's not right.
And I think his pay rate should go up at least 5 times during these times to when you do make that track and go to work or whatever. Whatever you're getting paid at that rate. I mean, just for me, you know what I'm saying? It should. All you do is show up to work.
Isn't that a hazard? Isn't this an emergency? Isn't all those things that come?
Okay, y'all. Well, let me reel us back in. Let me reel us back in, because we got to get to the next thing. But I do also want to add, right, as the social mechanics, this should make us tune into the mechanics of how we move in socially as a people, and start to frame the work for our own infrastructure. True. Like if everybody complained about the snow in Atlanta and you had to leave, because it was beautiful for me. I work for myself, which means I get to work from home. I just didn't leave for 2 days. I mean, I might have had limited food from not properly planning, because I too thought it was kind of a joke. I was like, it hasn't snowed since I've been coming out here. But what I did realize is that there's so many millions of people who don't have the liberty to make those choices. Right. So let's get into the main topic of the day. We got some hot stuff to talk about, and in there, of course, it's always going to come up how we move in society and how the mechanics of what we do and don't do plays into the life that we get, you get, and how this all fits us, right? Because we the working Joes building this world. And so let's talk about it, right? The main topic to today, y'all, the main topic of today is actually a great form of employment retention. When we talk about being essential, right, you still had a job. Your job wasn't closed like some of the stores and other people, because that's another thing. Everybody didn't have a choice to go to work. Some people got to stay home like me, but they didn't get paid because they didn't work. Or you might have got paid because your job may have those kinds of benefits, but it wasn't in your control. Right. Now, this situation we going into is really good retention, because nothing keep people employed like a demand or like controversy. Right. And I'm just going to put it out there. Nothing caused controversy and demand like ruffling black people's feathers. Right. Yes, I said it, because I feel like that's who get ruffled the most. Right. Bring us in, fellas. This conversation about the Super Bowl. Kendrick versus Wayne. Who deserves the spot? And ultimately, are they pawns in the bigger game of hip-hop being used to destroy us as a culture? Take it away, Mac. Open us up.
I think in this conversation, it's very important to give credence to both Kendrick and Lil Wayne. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to both of them for their footprints that they left in the culture. You feel what I'm saying? From Kendrick in the West Coast, like I'm being from the West Coast, like he's the heart of it right now. You feel me? And things like that. And Wayne is a GOAT, one of the greatest to ever do it, to ever grace the mic and anything. So I'm not taking nothing away from either artist, okay? Put that out there first. Now,
you don't want no smoke. You don't want no smoke.
You know what I'm saying? Because I love them both. You know what I'm saying? Right. Now, when it comes to the Super Bowl and the show and things like that, and why is this even a argument?
Why is it even a conversation?
Yeah, why is it even a conversation at hand? Well, it's a conversation at hand because it's Wayne's hometown. And that's why people are in such an uproar. It was like, dang, well, the GOAT, one of the greatest to ever do it. Now his opportunity to have to shine at the Super Bowl. Yeah. But the opportunity got snatched away because another artist was pretty much better. You feel me? Right. And had the ear at the time of the people and everything like that. And plus, you're relevant. You're relevant right now and everything like that. And your movement is strong. Right. So when it comes to... Go ahead.
But let me throw this out there, and this is something I want both of you guys to chime in on. I'll just be the fly on the wall for this part because I got some 2 cents. But what I want to know is, does it come down to strictly just talking about like the opportunities, who's given the chance to be in the forefront of, I mean, this is one of the greatest performances ever, right? Mm-hmm. Being able to perform at halftime is like the biggest concert you could do.
True.
But just in general, when we talk about artists having these kinds of opportunities, does it come down to your longevity and your historical impact, or your authenticity? Because these are the things that they talking about. Is it your longevity, how long you've been in the game, how historical you are, or is it about your authenticity, or is it about you being trending right now, or is it a combination? Where do y'all fall with that? Let's hear from Sid. Give us your 1 minute rundown, and then we're gonna pivot back to Mac and see where y'all fall.
I think when it comes to that and the Super Bowl, those are conversations that we can have behind the scenes, but when it comes to the Super Bowl, they don't care about your authenticity. They don't care about your resume. They don't care about that. The Super Bowl is one of the most commercialized events ever. You know what I'm saying? And you know, that's why Coke does commercials and everything that's affiliated with the Super Bowl is either on the cutting edge and popping, or up on the rise and about to pop, or it's already trending. So that's what I feel like the powers that be that sat down and made the decision to pick Kendrick over Wayne was probably going, because Kendrick had one of the hottest, like 2024, he came out and killed the game in 2024. You know what I'm saying? It's been a minute since, you know what I'm saying? It's been a minute since we saw somebody dancing to a video of a mainstream artist or whatever, you know what I'm saying? And then when Squabble Up came out, you got the West Coast woke up and everybody's dancing and putting out videos and TikToking and Instagramming and YouTubing and everything like that. Wayne hasn't had like anything like that recently.
No, he hasn't. And Kendrick did do it with DNA.
Right.
I got.
Right.
So just putting that out there.
So I think that's what gave him the shoe in with the powers that be that are governing the Super Bowl, and that's why he got the pick.
Okay, so you think it's commercially political?
Yeah.
Like it's really about the politics of the business, and it has nothing to do with being authentic, who has the most history in the game, or who's like the hottest, most trending.
Right.
What do you think? Do you think that one of those factors affects it?
I think what Sid said is spot on, but to add to it is the content too. Your content on your music. You feel me? Now in America, everybody know.
Do they know?
Everybody know Lil Wayne. You feel me? Even Obama gave him a shout out.
Right.
Everybody know Lil Wayne.
The president shout you out, you know.
White, Asian, red, green, Martian. It don't matter. Everybody knows Lil Wayne.
Well, he says we are not the
Hip-hoppers,
same.
skaters, rockers.
Everybody knows Lil Wayne.
You gonna know Wayne.
Hands down.
It's Weezy F, baby.
Right. Now going back through his music, and now you got your little kids watching the Super Bowl too.
What songs can I play?
What songs you want to play?
Put on the main stage?
What songs can you play? Can you give me a 10 song?
I mean, you can edit The Block Is Hot.
Yeah, you go edit a lot.
But it's gonna be
it's gonna be a lot of instrumentals.
You know what it's gonna be?
It's gonna,
fa.
You want me to tell you?
That was messy.
It's gonna be a lot of people. It's gonna be a lot of people in the stadium. It's gonna be a lot of people at home rapping what
it's not being said. Yes.
We can't rap. You feel me? Now you got that, and then you have Kendrick Lamar. So now you got gangster rapper versus conscious rapper. So now, can you see that the flow is starting to change?
Definitely.
Like so now America hip hop is showing you that we're ready to change from this perspective.
But do you think hip hop is showing us that from this move of Kendrick getting the
spot? Yes, and then we have to what you say, ruffle the feathers?
So here's the next question. So moving us along, right? So Seb's take is that it's highly influenced by the politics that go on in commercial business, right? And especially a mega business like the Super Bowl, which is not just sports. This is sports, media, broadcasting, marketing, because they have one of the biggest parts of the Super Bowl is all the commercials, right? So you're saying like, yeah, there's some commercial influence there, but it's also like the marketability of the artist. How easy is it for us to market you? So then my question to both of y'all, and I'm gonna chime in on this one too, is so at what point are we losing control, or do we still have control as the community that loves these artists? Are we steering the boat in terms of what we hear, what becomes popular, what gets highly televised? or is it all about the dollar and what's marketable?
It's coming back into the powers to be in the hands of the people. It's been in the hands of corporations. It's been into the hands of business owners and business makers. It's been in their hands for so long that it got stagnant. You know, it got stale, and then on top of that, it became uninteresting. We don't want it. So then social media came out, and then we, as the people, we created all this content. We created all these platforms. You know what I'm saying, to market ourselves and things. It's to the point where like it's no cable no more. You know what I'm saying, or anything like that. So what do the people have interest in? People have interest in people. So people are interested in people, and people are taking the power back. Because now the $30 million films that used to be made in Hollywood, and now I can make it with a phone.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So now like all that power is coming back to the people. It's shifting back to the people, and now the people don't pay attention to the kids. The kids don't even listen to whole albums no more. They just want to listen to a song here, a song there, and things like that. The attention span is not as what it was. So now, since the attention span is shorter and everything like that, times is changing, and we got to keep up with that change. We got to keep up with that curve. And I think that this is one of them shows that we're going to see that times is changing and things like that. We're getting away from the gangster stuff, and we're transitioning to more awareness.
Okay.
You feel what I'm saying?
Okay, so just playing devil's advocate for a second before I jump in and become a part of the fire. Do you think, what is your take? Do you think that what's happening now is a sign of the times, that the people are regaining control of our own narratives and what we absorb and listen to, because social media and all of the changes in technology have made it so easy for us to even be a part of the decision of who, like 10 years ago, we wouldn't have known who was going to be in the Super Bowl until we turned on TV and see. You can't call your friend, can't debate, no conversation. But like Mac was saying, that's not the time now. So do you think that this shift of the times is giving us more control? And whether you think it is or not, how do you think that's going to play out in terms of like what we are saying we want to see versus what they're doing?
Okay.
Because I feel it's kind of 50-50. Some people want to see Wayne, some people want to see Kendrick.
Okay, this is my answer to that. And I feel like we have the power to control the narrative is being placed in our hands. We have it. But along with that, you know what I'm saying, comes great responsibility. If we have the ability to take that power that's being placed in our hands, think about it, and guide the narrative of going where it's going. Just kind of like, you know what I'm saying, not going off anybody's history or anybody's thing, but we know there are artists who have been invited to perform at this performance and said, no.
Yeah, we
y'all need me, I don't need y'all. That type of thing. So at this point in time, what I think would be a wise decision is, instead of, I mean, okay, I know New Orleans wants to stand up for Wayne and whatever it is. So at this point in time, when is the Super Bowl?
February.
February, in 2 weeks. Come out, hey, Wayne, Kendrick, do a remix of Squabble Up, do something. Come out together, and then Kendrick just pop Wayne out, pop him out on the show.
Because,
and then like you come together.
Let me give you guys
the social mechanics. You got a battery in the car, right? The positive and the negative. You put them two together, they're gonna spark. But if you run the current correctly, you crank.
Then you have.
And you run.
And they made songs before together.
Right.
That's all I wanted to add. So they can't do it. They can't do it.
It does make sense. I'm gonna. I don't know if it's devil's advocate or angel's advocate, but I'm just gonna say what I say, and I meant what I said.
So?
I think everyone involved is being made to be a pawn. I feel like the viewers, Wayne, Kendrick, all the parties that be are pawns of the greater system, which is commercialism, which is mass media absorption, and which ultimately communicates back to navigating the building of society. I think this is a part of the construct's plan to retain power as the social mechanics.
Right.
I think this is how this is how we got in this spot of us now saying, oh, somebody got to do something and get under the hood because the people who done built this car, they wasn't even going to tell us there's all these kinds of malfunctions and these dangers. They're just going to continue to say, buy these insurances, go to get things fixed. Societally, right? We have all these systems that set us up to be insured, but all these things that go wrong, and instead of just dismantling it, more things come up that quote unquote give us power, but we're just a pawn.
Right.
So my next question to y'all is, between Wayne, between Kendrick, regardless, right? One's going to be on the TV, the other one's not, unless they do what you said, which is have this surprising, which I don't think that's happening. Like I don't see, because I don't think Kendrick would be about that. I think Kendrick is like, ain't no big three, it's just big me, and he's standing on business with that. But my question to you guys is, how do you think this is going to affect us as a culture, this move, and how do you think it's going to affect them individually? And then overall, do you think this is good or bad for culture? Is this ultimately good or bad for, and by culture I mean black urban folk. I ain't talking, because y'all know it's 3 categories. I'm not talking about the African Americans. I'm talking about the ninjas and the blacks. Okay? I'm talking about us.
Right.
What's y'all's take? I'll turn it over to you first, Sid, and then Mac, you take it away.
Well, out of all the genres that could have been chosen for this event, country, rock, pop, whoever else might be out there doing their thing in their own main genre, it's given to hip hop, rap, our thing. I really doubt that not too many NFL coaches are riding around, or owners are riding around listening to Kendrick or Wayne in their car. And if they are, it's just whatever it is. So with that, we're here.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? This is an opportunity to, I'm saying, like, hopefully it won't gear into more diss records, beef records, whatever else coming out after the fact, and whatever it is, everybody picking a side. Hopefully, wishful thinking. You know what I'm saying?
I'm not wishful.
But, you know.
Okay, well, let's turn it over to the main man. You know, we love to get Mac's take on any and everything. And so, as the man of the hour, let us know our fearless leader.
I mean, far as like culture and everything like that, unless Kendrick and Wayne come out and do something together or against each other, that's when you will see it for the culture. Other than that, I believe that they probably just had a simple conversation, you feel me, about what Kendrick said, and then that's it, and that's done with. Far as like we're like Super Bowl getting hip hop into the mix, into the culture and everything like that, to me it's like they finally putting a spotlight on it, you know, and everything like that. Like our culture has been throughout American culture. Hip hop
been infused.
It's being infused in American culture. You feel me? So, and everything that we do, they bling bling. Shout out to Wayne again. How many people did he had saying that?
For years there was a commercial utilizing bling bling, and this is what prompted rappers and other artists to start copywriting our phrases. Remember?
Yeah, that's
the jewelry company. It was like bling bling.
Exactly.
It was
So the culture is the hip hop already been in American culture.
Yeah.
I feel like football is American culture.
True.
Okay.
True.
And then hip hop is American culture, and now they submerged it together. And that's why you getting there's so much controversy or so much talk or uproar about it, is because finally it happened.
But do you think it's good for us as working class urban people who are the carrier? So we may not always represent the culture in mass media, but we are the carriers, the weight bearers of the culture. So like whatever they do on TV, whatever goes down in the videos, whatever's happening in mainstream, ultimately we're the ones who bear the brunt of the weight, because we go and buy the clothes, we live the parts, we
okay.
You know, we enact out all the things.
So I'm gonna tell you what they show you, and then what we do is totally different. What they choose, we don't have control over what's being shown.
Preach.
So only thing they show us is what they want us to see. Okay, so we do great things. We know black doctors, black lawyers, and everything like that. We know black mechanics, we know black teachers and everything like that. But they just choose to show us what they want to show us. Now the people came back and got the power back. Now we're showing them like, nah, we have all these aspects to us in our culture and everything like that. And y'all go digest this. You're gonna be this form as well in our culture because we're well rounded. We're not just this.
So do you think this event is bringing back the return of shedding light on those other aspects?
Yeah, shedding light or awareness.
Making it, make intelligence popular again.
Yeah, like, y'all
make being black fun.
Y'all all just gonna gang bang and have gold teeth and call women bitches and niggas and stuff like that. Y'all all don't do that.
Right.
You feel me? Oh, y'all do think intellectually. Y'all do think outside, you feel me, outside the box. So y'all do have, means to contribute to the world. Nigga, like, yeah, bitch, we've been having like straight up.
Always the disruptor, leave us back. Okay, Sid, I got a question for you. Because my opinion is that, yes, I do see these things happening that you're talking about, Mac, where we're coming into that age. I can see what you're saying about coming into the age of awareness and being refined and really taking back control of the narratives of what the multitude of black experiences
and showing
like.
all aspects of
right, the multitude of black experiences.
Yeah, show us all.
But I would propose the devil's advocate question of should we be polarizing these two? Is it really a situation of like Wayne is the old way and we're steering away from that, or is really Wayne a founder for the freedom we have now? Like, do you think he should be getting credit for paving the way for artists like Kendrick to have more of the freedom to speak about things that have a more conscious nature and that may not just be only rooted in the hood, because he was able to be so young and carve out such mainstream high level of success, and not to mention because this up until 2 months ago I was totally sold. He was my favorite rapper living. Now because of this whole question about authenticity and living what we speak and how detrimental it is, it's been put me in a tizzy. But he went to college while doing all this. Exactly. So like, does this make him a detriment to the community for the work he put out, and then now we lived it, we really became the hot boys and hot girls, or is he a founder for more Kendricks?
I think, well, my honest from my heart take on Wayne is Wayne never had a real job. Wayne has been hip hop since he started rapping when he was 8 or 9 years old. He's been a rapper his whole life. He has grown, evolved, taught himself, learned the game. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, yes, he's a founder. And if I don't know what advisory board they went to ask, you know what I'm saying? That's why I feel like it's commercial, and that's why Kendrick's name even came up, because if you really sat down with some knowledgeable people and you really went to people who knew anything about anything, this is a great opportunity to let Wayne shine in his own city and let him put whatever it is out there to let himself shine. And so I mean, like, yeah, he is a way maker, a path leader in that vein of.
So you would say he's like a pioneer.
Yes, he is.
For our generation of the advancement. Of the art.
Right, and if you, I mean, and like you know what I'm saying, and no doubt, there's some Wayne lyrics and Wayne songs that hit me in my heart and that I can relate to, and that I mean he really goes in deep and he can relate to as well. So yeah, hopefully. I would love to see it to where it can come together and it won't be versus. You know what I'm saying? One side set against another, and something can be worked out.
I definitely think that's noble, and I think that's the hopeful. Like, as a hip hopitarian, I definitely would love to see that. As a I don't know, a sociology person, right? When I put my sociology hat as a life coach and consultant, I personally think the most important role that either of them could play is to build authenticity and bring power to truth through their platform. So my thing is like, live what you say, talk about what you do, and let's promote artists who are actively doing that. Now, of course, the problem comes just because Kendrick talking different don't mean that we know he's talking honest. None of us knows him. It's easy to say like, well, yeah, because he been genuine, he been down, and Wayne been lying and been having people rap for him. But we really don't know what either one of these men do in their private lives or how they create. And ultimately, I think that's what's killing the culture. That's what's a detriment to hip hop, and a detriment to us is having people who are skyrocketed to these mega platforms that ultimately say and talk about doing things that are detrimental to everyday people like me and you, and then they're not even doing it. They're not, or still stuck living it. And it's that kind of behavior we should take a stand against.
Right.
So Mac, let's get your thoughts and then hear from Sid. Well, wait, because we're wrapping it up. We gotta wrap up on this. I know you're ready to go off, but we're gonna let you go off on it for a minute, and then we'll hear from Sid, and then let's hear your final thoughts on this topic in particular, as far as like some things that us people at home, because none of us making money off the game.
So
of how we should go into it watching this event. But give us your feedback on authenticity.
It's no Kendrick Lamar without Lil Wayne. Point blank, period. You feel me? I believe even Kendrick Lamar would say that. Like, because Wayne came before Kendrick. And then you cannot lie to me right now and say that the Wayne style influenced this generation.
Oh, definitely.
Everybody want to wear tight clothes. Everybody want to be skaters, and everybody want to be rappers. And not only kind of rappers, but like dope rappers off the top of the head, freestyle. You feel me? Metaphors and all that, simile, all that. The well packaged together.
Right.
Now, as far as the culture, the problem with our culture is the fact that we don't show it. Like, we don't have control of it to show it.
Yeah.
Because they only show us this one aspect. You only show us this one aspect, so that's all y'all go believe and think.
Right.
When you got a Kendrick Lamar, you got D1s and J. Cole's, you feel what I'm saying, and JID, you feel what I'm saying?
But as an artist, is it your responsibility to be like the Kendricks and the JIDs, or do you come out and you do the P-rap and you do the whatever, and you don't have to feel accountable to community?
So correct me if I'm wrong, but we all did those parts in our lives. We had all those aspects in our lives. True. So it's not the fact that we're wrong, it's the fact that they're drowning us with it.
Right.
So now it's too much. Like
so what I'm saying is if we know
balance.
that.
So I'm saying is we need
does
balance.
It matter?
No, it don't matter.
Okay.
Because that's life. In life, we go through ups and downs, smiles and frowns. And yeah, you're going to have them times where you're going to be raunchy and sexy and things like that. Then girls going to be having their P-rap. You feel what I'm saying? But then at the same time, we got to take responsibility and accountability for this shit too. Because it wouldn't be no P-rap if it wasn't Uncle Luke first. Mm-hmm. Or it wasn't Snoop Dogg, you feel what I'm saying, or anything like that. It wouldn't be that. So, like, I have to take responsibility first as a hip-hop-itarian, you feel what I'm saying, hip-hop artist, you feel me, somebody that's in the game, be like, damn, looking back, when we first came out with Kumo D and shit like that, it was more conscious and rap, you feel me, Big Daddy Kane, just no cussing, but I'm gonna give you hard facts, you feel what I'm saying, and things like that. And then the South had a different like feel to it. Mm-hmm, you feel me? They was Uncle, like I said, Uncle Luke, but then you had your Outkast. Then or what about the Ghetto Boys? Mm-hmm. You had the Scarfaces. You know what I'm saying? You had all these aspects of Black Americans from different places and how they see the world. Then you come to the West Coast with down in LA with Snoop and Dre and NWA, but then you go right up to the Bay. We hype, we do everything ourselves, we're independent.
But you go back down south and they got Criss Cross, they got Bow Wow. Like, so there's a myriad.
I'm just showing you that it's the whole culture. But they just focus on this one part.
We love it.
You feel what I'm saying? So now that our people, you feel me? Shout out to our people and the people in hip hop and everything like that, and our culture, the hip hop culture. Right. We gotta show all of it. You feel what I'm saying? Because like it's nothing wrong with being conscious, but then at the same time you do born a party.
Yeah.
And at the same time she is fine. And then I do fantasize. You know what I'm saying? I know what I saw. You know what I'm saying? And then all the I'm a human being.
Yeah. Let's get his 30-second take real quick. We gotta move on. We're wrapping up, guys. I know we down to the wire. But real quick, said 30 seconds. How do you think that authenticity plays into it? Tie all this in together. Do you think that it matters, or we need the multitude of experiences? And we know you're hoping for everybody to come together and just do collaborative projects. Just
even if not that, even if the root of the problem is just for, you know what I'm saying, whatever is out there, whatever content you're ingesting or whatever, also don't let that be all that you're ingesting. Have conversations like this, you know what I'm saying? Get in your social groups, whatever your circle of friends is. If your circle of friends is everybody who's kind of geared toward and just picking up on those things, you know what I'm saying, and going, you know what I'm saying, because we ain't talking about the ones who don't have a mind to kind of advance the culture and kind of stay grounded with the culture. Instead, that grounding foundation. And you know, it's cool to have, of course, and if you go to the barbershop, it's just like we got to keep that culture going on. You go to the barbershop, you're going to talk about the fine, you know what I'm saying? You're going to be sitting up here talking about politics and whatever it is. It's fine. When you walk by the window, you're going to be like, ooh. Right. And you're going to go right back to talking about what it is. It's just the whole, don't let the dessert, you know what I'm saying? Eat the dessert last. You eat your dinner. You know what I'm saying? Eat the meat, the vegetables, and everything else, and that's the dessert.
We got you, Sid. Thank you.
Exactly. It's a balance.
It's a balance of things. And so, yes, make sure that you get the full plate. I think we have chewed a lot from the full plate of the subject of Wayne versus Kendrick, and even just hip hop at large, and then how all of that ties into what we absorb as the everyday people living out these very highlighted and polarized experiences. I'll just say my final thoughts would be like, this is not nothing new, as Mac has said, and you know, we love to hear the mindset of Mac for this reason, because you come to the show, that's why we're so grateful you have this platform, is because you come to the show ready to boldly say what some people may be thinking but don't want to admit. Right. And one of those hard truths is that a lot of the stuff we complain about now is not new.
Right.
I don't know if y'all been listening to like any other platforms, turn on the radio, going on any social apps, but I swear I listened to this song by somebody's great grandmama, because this was from early 1900s, and this woman made me feel like Sexy Red makes PG-14 music.
Oh, wow.
This somebody great grandma at this point. Okay, this old. And this lady was talking about things in a time where women wore dresses that I don't think somebody grandmama should talk about now. And she was bold too. Right. So this is not new.
Right.
This is not unbeknownst to us. And it is, I would even say, it is not even being hidden or done under our radar. It's all right in our face. Yeah. So it's just up to us to use opportunities like this to have collaborative effort to talk about it and be the mechanics that we are to steer things right. Mm-hmm. So with that, we all gonna be watching the bowl. We all gonna be kicking it. I would love us to close out with some ways that we can process this and just really everything that's happening in the world. Not even just about the Super Bowl, but like the intake from the output on the TV. How do we process all the stuff that is being presented to us to take in a way that's healthy and gives us back power, like in our everyday lives, not the hyperbole, like, we'll be motivated, it's happening, you know, and that stuff is real stuff that I use too, but like, what's a tactical piece of advice y'all would give? I'll let you kick it off, Sid, then I'll go and we'll close out with the man himself.
As we talked about before, really kind of just wake up in the morning and come into yourself. You know what I'm saying? Clear the plate at night before you go to bed, and just start off clean in the morning with the focus on what really is important to you. Always go through each day understanding what is really important to you as a person, especially as a black person in today's culture. Stay grounded in that and try to do anything in your power throughout the day to project that and to put that your best foot forward as you go throughout the day.
I love it. Thank you. Definitely putting the best foot forward. And I think a big part of that is knowing who and where you are, and then placing everything else accordingly. So like having a clear understanding of self, and then being able to place priorities, necessities, wants, distractions, and extracurricular activities accordingly. And in that, I would say being able to place all of this stuff, because some of the things that we come across, if you live in LA, the news is definitely important to you. It's one of the most urgent things because you're in that area. But if you are somewhere in Nebraska and y'all are having a drought, like, yes, pay attention to the news, be aware of what's going on in LA, but you need to be focused on where's the water coming from for your farm, because this is how you and your family eat. Right. So just having a clear context on how to compartmentalize everything so that you don't give up your brain space, your time and money knowing that you working check to check and still trying to build, because we don't get paid for other people's problems unless we are solving them.
Right.
So.
Big facts. I say my thing would be say thank you. You got to say thank you to you, to yourself. Say thank you for things that you have and be thankful for things you don't have. And you will find gratitude, you feel me, in everything, in all situations, in good and bad situations. It's a lesson there that's meant for you to learn. But you can't learn it if your mind is foggy, cloudy, and you just jumbled up in the head. So you gotta give thanks to yourself just for the little things. So every day you woke up, thank you. Made the bed, thank you. Brushed my teeth, thank you. Because there's people out there that don't have those things. There's people in California who lost all those things. You feel me? So just be mindful and be thankful for life. That's what I would close it out with.
And with that, y'all, we just hope that you continue to move in unison, move in alignment, listen to your spirit, and take care of yourself. You can find us on all streaming platforms. Y'all know what to do. Go ahead and drop down in the chat. Go ahead and get in the comments. You can click the link to see where you can find us next. We are the Social Mechanics. Make sure that you are telling a friend, like, share, and subscribe so you never miss an episode. And then tune in. Tune in to the Super Bowl. Tune in to the conversations. Tune in to even the commercials and give your feedback. Get right here. Get with us in the comments. We are here if you want to drop your vote for who you think should be there or how you think it's going to turn out before the day of the show. Let us know. Hit us in the comments. And then see us soon. Coming to a city near you. Love, light. Peace.